What is up, hooligans? And happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. And I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. Going to read through the schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we'll be getting things started. We'll be starting off a video titled Anti-Government Group Threatens Key U.S. Weather Radar Site. I'm really interested to figure out who this anti-government group is. They never call them by name, but they talk about a leader and all this other stuff. Maybe we'll be able to figure out who this anti-government group is. Then we got a video titled New Google Feature Detects Scam as Toll Text Scams Continue to Circulate in San Diego. I think everybody in the country is getting these scam texts, but Google says they're going to do something about it. Of course, it sounds like an invasion of privacy more than anything else, but, you know, it's for the greater good. Then we got a very short video just for funsies. It's titled Democrat Representative Debbie Dingell is literally asleep in a committee hearing this morning. We need term limits, and we need them now. Then we got a video titled RFK Jr. says people should not be taking medical advice from him during the hearing. They're just trying to make RFK Jr. look incompetent, and that's that, really. They're just spinning to try and make him look bad for no reason. Then we got a video titled Gavin Newsom pushes to keep health care for undocumented border crossers in California. They're complaining that they don't have as much money for their budget as they were expecting, but instead of blaming it on wasting money on illegals, no, they're going to blame Trump. It's Trump's terrorist fault. Oh, okay. Then we got a video titled Not Surprised the Wisconsin Judge Was Indicted, Judge Andrew Neapolitan Ice Cream. That video is not as great as you think it is. Everybody's all excited about that judge that helped the border crosser escape the courthouse before being detained by ICE. Everyone's excited because they were indicted by a grand jury, but it sounds like they're going to let her go. Then we got a video titled Kristi Noem fires back at Democratic leaders saying Democratic leaders red line declaration. This is talking about Hakeem Jeffries saying if they indict or if they try to arrest a member of Congress, they're going to find out. We covered that either yesterday or the day before. Kristi Noem has a response. Then we got a video titled Judge Orders ICE to Release Georgetown Scholar Facing Threat of Deportation. It's another instance of a judge letting go an ICE detainee. Then the last little bit of the news is lefties losing it, and this one's titled The View's Sonny Ho thinks Pope Leo the 14th is black. That's really important these days. Then we'll be getting into the fun stuff. Of course, we'll be opening today's door from the Advent Calendar sent to us by Tori Wayne. We got two funny videos of the day. First one's titled Embrace the Process. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Stoner. It's titled Covering the News Every Day Like. And all of that's coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chat and see how you hooligans are doing today. What is up, everyone, over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Russell? What's up, Matt Rogers? What's up, Josh1776? What's up, Snooks? What's up, Guess MJ? What's up, 10 Man? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on the website. And what is up, everyone, over on Rumble? MU, you were first today. I appreciate you racing to the chat, MU. Let's see here. What's up, Tony Rez? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Pumpkin? Appreciate you being here. What's up, Freethika Texan? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Kevin? What's up, Jeffro? What's up, Dutton? What's up, Rappy? Happy freedom. What's up, Disco? Appreciate you being here. What's up, Puff and Stuff? Happy freedom. What's up, Kirk Allen? Happy freedom to you. Let me see. Make sure we get everyone. Get some. You're omnipresent. I appreciate you. Let's see. Did we get everybody? What's up, Cyberpunk? Appreciate you sliding through. All right, hooligans, hit that like button. See if you can get us on Rumble's front page. And what is up, everyone over on Kick? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone over on Twitch? Matt Rogers, you're truly omnipresent. What's up, Tony Rich? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone over on the communism platform? Mana, you were first over here. Happy freedom to you. What's up, Toy Mafia? Happy freedom. What's up, Albardo? What's up, Skulls? What's up, Sassy Patriot? Happy freedom, you hooligans. What's up, Agent O? You guys are welcome. Hit that like button over on the communism platform as well. Let's see here. And what is up, everyone over on X? Guess some. You were truly omnipresent. Appreciate you. And you were first. You were first over on X. Got some. All right, hooligans. We're going to go ahead and get started in this first video here. Like I said, anti-government group threatens key U.S. weather radar site. I am determined to figure out who this group of people is. I don't think that they're bad necessarily. I just think it's funny how scary they try to make these guys sound. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you hooligans really quick, we have these Trump was right about everything t-shirts. Now, this design was created by Alistair, and Alistair is a badass in just about everything he does. So I will be posting his link in all of the chats for you hooligans to have the opportunity to hire him for your creative needs, because if you think it, he can create it. Now, this design does come in shirts for men, shirts for women, tank tops for men, tank tops for women, pullover hoodies, zipper hoodies, coffee mugs, dog tags. We've made long sleeve shirts out of this design. Today I'm sweating my ass off in this Hooligan 2A tank top. We got lots of items and lots of designs over in the merch store, and we got new stuff on the way too. I'll be dropping all the links in the chats while we watch this first video. Now, once again, this is anti-government group threatens key U.S. weather radar site. See if you hooligans can help me figure out who these people are. They're saying it's a conspiracy group that is claiming that the government is controlling the weather. News Nation uses scary language, calling the group an anti-government militia group. They never mention the group's name, but the group supposedly believes the radar domes contain weather weapons controlled by the military. There's 160 of these radar domes, and they're called Next Red for Next Generation Weather Radar. News Nation claims that the group is trying to take down the radar systems. The NOAA oversees the radar systems and has warned its employees to be vigilant and report suspicious activity to the police. Inside those domes, there's a satellite dish that rotates and monitors the sky, or monitors the weather using radio waves and detecting falling precipitation, and can analyze the type of precipitation, how much precipitation there is, and what direction it's moving. The group supposedly claimed that Hurricane Helene was directed at North Carolina in order to take those people's land away. So that's what they're going to be talking about in this. Either way, hit that like button and let's get into this.
Well, government meteorologists are becoming concerned after a conspiracy group's claims that they are controlling the weather to harm Americans. News Nation's meteorologist Max Paris is following the story for us. So what's going on here, Max?
All right, Anna, right now, National Weather Service officials are on alert after a conspiracy group has made threats against radar sites across the country, which are crucial tools allowing meteorologists to track storms. An anti-government militia group believes these radar domes you see here contain weather weapons controlled by the military and are poisoning the skies. The group's leader posting on social media to their thousands of followers that they plan on taking as many NextRads offline as possible, which stands for Next Generation Weather Radars. NOAA, the agency that oversees the Weather Service, sending a warning to their employees earlier this month, asking them to stay vigilant and contact police about any suspicious activity, with a spokesperson telling News Nation, NOAA is aware of the recent threats against NextRad weather radar sites and is working with other authorities in monitoring the situation closely. The conspiracy group claiming to be watching radars across several states, investigating how to sabotage the equipment. And all this is coming as the Weather Service has been strained in recent months, experiencing critically low staffing levels, with a third of all positions left vacant after hundreds of meteorologists were laid off by the Trump administration's Department of Government Efficiency.
You know, some say the difference in a conspiracy theory and a news story is just a few months, but you say that is not the case. It's certainly a concerning situation, Max. So what's actually inside these radars? Yeah,
you know, Anna, they're definitely easy to spot. 160 of these huge spherical domes scattering the country, towering into the sky, 40 feet wide. But inside of them, you see here, large rotating satellite dish that monitors the sky by sending out radio waves from an antenna. The beams hit falling precipitation with some of the energy reflected back to the radar site, which interprets what type of precipitation it's detecting, how much there is, and the direction it's moving before transmitting its data in a variety of weather products, including these radar images, which meteorologists use to track storms and provide critical alerts when the weather turns threatening. And this isn't the first time this conspiracy group has pushed baseless weather theories. Last year, they claimed the government somehow steered Hurricane Helene into western North Carolina in order to take land away from people living there.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our News Nation.
Okay. Now I wonder who they're referencing. I was looking through the comments and stuff. Can't figure out who this anti-government militia group is. Like, and I don't know what makes them a militia. Like, I don't know. Scary language. Scary language. Do you hooligans think that the military is using these weather domes to control the weather? Or are these people just losing their marbles? Next up, new Google feature detects scam as toll text scams continue to circulate in San Diego. Google's going to be looking through your text messages, looking for suspicious activity, and potentially flag these text messages so you could be aware that they're a scam. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about this anti-government militia group threatening these weather radar domes. Before we get into that, we got to drop this special that was just released by Get Some. Big Bone Not Fat, a story about Klaus Dashian. It was written by Get Some J. You got to go to your closest Barnes & Noble to pick that up today. Get you a good deal on it. Just show your titties and get a free copy. Anyways, reading through the chat really quick. I'll check it out in a second, Russell. Russell, those people are crazy. Yeah, I want to read the posts. I want to see, like, are these people, do they really think something's going on, or are they just a bunch of wackos? Thank you, Snooks. I appreciate the compliment. Russell, his domes are not for changing the weather. I'm open-minded to any of that kind of stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if they were changing the weather, but I highly doubt that they would leave something that sensitive unprotected, so I don't know. It's hard to say. I just think it's interesting how they talk about the group. This group of unknown people watching and waiting for the weather to be controlled. Done. Google said weeks ago the AI in your phone will scan messages and blur nudes. Who wants that? Nobody wants that. They need to keep their technology to themselves. Guess we could predict a tornado, but we can't drive a hurricane. Well, and then they even have like tapes from, I don't know, 20, 30 years ago where they're dumping like dried ice or whatever into a hurricane and it caused it to come back to land or whatever, trying to see if they could control the weather. But no, they don't want to talk about that. Puff and stuffed boobies better than hot dog buns. Yeah, I suppose that's true. For the Texan people in Cali deserve to be scammed. I swear these text messages are nationwide. I get texts about it too, telling me, hey, you got unpaid toll fees or whatever. I've never even gone through a toll road, so it's easy for me to tell it's a scam. Kevin saw a June bug the other day. Yep, I saw one earlier today. It's almost summertime. High Plains Drifter, the spooky rain. That's right. Happy freedom to you, High Plains Drifter. Kevin, have you seen the size of the bumblebees this year? They're like flying thumbs. No, I haven't seen any bumblebees yet. Cyberpunk, they're not wrong, just wrong on the tech used. Yeah. I've heard them controlling the weather, but I've always heard that it was HARP doing that stuff, not these little weather dome things. Doesn't sounds like HARP. Yeah, exactly. Maybe these people are half right. What's up, Eddie Walker? Happy freedom to you. Disco, they can control the weather. Look up Operation Popeye. It was done to Vietnam. Yeah, I've heard of all this stuff. It's just never been connected to those weather domes before. Done. I get the toll message and the order confirmation message. Yeah, done. I get that too. Like a message from the post office saying, we got a package, but we don't know how to send it to you. Yeah, well, how'd you get my phone number to text me then? I'm like, that's what I always think is so funny about that. They don't know my address, but they know my phone number to text me. Oh, okay. Matt Rogers, we don't even have toll roads, and I get those scam text messages. Yeah. What's up, TJ? Happy freedom. What's up, Cindy? Happy freedom to you. Cindy, oh, thank God the random creeps sending wiener pics. The pics will be blurred, thank you. But what about outgoing? Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard it. I mean, other than hearing it in the chat, I haven't heard anything about that. I don't get any wiener pics, and I'm pretty happy about it. I shouldn't say that. I'm going to start getting some, but, you know, then I got to send them back. We got to turn it into a competition of sorts, but anyways, I'll worry about that day when it comes. What's up, Jeff Reynolds? Happy freedom to you. What's up? I'm Janet. Happy freedom to you. What's up, TJ? Happy freedom to you if I can get you all ready. What's up, Tony Rich? Appreciate you being over here on X. All right, hooligans, we're going to move into this next one. Like I said, new Google feature, detect scam as toll text scams continue to circulate in San Diego. Let's get this pulled up real quick, like. All right, so in this video, they're going to be talking about how Google is going to use scam detection using on-device AI. Now that is interesting the way they word it that way, because that means that the AI resources will be pulled from your phone. It's going to use your processor and graphics ability and all of that kind of stuff. It's going to use the resources on your phone to power the AI, which makes me believe they're embedding AI in your phone without really saying anything about it. They're going to be looking for poor grammar, suspicious links, and urgent language. If it detects a suspicious text, it will give you a pop-up flagging the text where you can determine whether you want to report or report and block the number or allow it to go through. Hit the like button over on Rumble as well as the CommiTube, and let's get into this.
It starts with a text, one that many are familiar with, saying you need to pay tolls or else face big fines or even legal action. But it's a scam. Nicholas Behar, professor of cybersecurity at the University of San Diego, says imposters try to trick people into clicking a link and giving up personal information.
Usernames, passwords, credit card numbers, information that they can use to make money off of your identity.
Last year, more than 60,000 people reported unpaid toll scams to the FBI. And the FTC says Americans lost $470 million to tech scams in 2023.
Tech companies are starting to come out with measures to try to reduce and prevent this.
Now, Google is stepping up with new scam detection in Google Messages for Android, designed to target unpaid toll scams. The updated feature uses on-device AI to scan text for warning signs like poor grammar, suspicious links, and urgent language. When a message is flagged, users see a likely scam alert and can choose to report or block the number. Google Messages and Apple iMessage already offer similar protections against other types of scam calls and texts, but scammers are constantly developing new tactics to evade detection.
They're definitely going to look at today's announcement and other technologies that are already out there, and they're going to be testing their wares against them.
So even with the technology, it's important to stay vigilant. Look for grammar errors in messages, suspicious phone numbers, and fake domains. You can contact your toll company directly if you are unsure if it's a scam. Don't respond to messages, report, or delete them.
Cyber criminals are always trying to be one step ahead, and the defenders are always trying to be one step ahead.
Behar says it's going to be a battle between tech companies and criminals for a while.
And so it's just a constant cat and mouse game, right? So somebody will come out with a defense or some sort of detection, and then the attackers or the malicious actors will find a way to bypass it, and it's just a cycle.
So keep an eye out for unfamiliar texts that might be the next big scam. For a deeper dive on how to detect scams, you can stream consumer scams on CBS 8 Plus. Just download it onto your TV and watch for free. Alex Lai, CBS 8.
Okay. I guess. But like I said, this kind of just seems more like invasion of privacy, even further. They're going to be monitoring these text messages. They already monitor this stuff. I don't know if it's going to crack down on the scams. Really, you just shouldn't respond to phone numbers you don't know. I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing because they want to try and affect our phones, so they're detecting scam texts. But if you do get scammed, they don't do anything about it. You can report the stuff to the FBI. I've reported a couple emails and stuff to the FBI because of my identity being stolen 2 years ago. Man, I think it's 3 years ago. But they don't do anything. They're not going to do anything about it. So now they're in our phone. They're analyzing our text messages to keep you safe. But if for some reason something bad happens, well, nothing's going to happen to the bad guy. It's kind of like the swatting, right? People are getting swatted all the time, but you never hear about anybody getting in trouble for swatting other people because they're using VPNs and fake phone numbers and all kinds of stuff like that. And so these cyber criminals, they just seem to go unchecked. And it is a super pain in the ass, especially while the world wants us to spend more time on our devices and less time in the real world where we actually have rights. And so, I don't know, it's a pain in the ass. Next up, we're just going to go ahead and hop into this. This is Democrat Representative Debbie Dingell is literally asleep in a committee hearing meeting this morning. And that was like only 7 seconds long. This is just an example of why we need term limits. Somebody should walk over there and draw a wiener right on her face. I'm just saying. Anyways, let's see what we got next up in the schedule here. Next up, RFK Jr. says people should not be taking medical advice from him during the hearing. The media is putting this all over the place because they're trying to make RFK Jr. look incompetent. They're asking him personal questions about what he would do if his kids need to be vaccinated. Would they take this vaccine? Would they take that vaccine? And he keeps saying, well, I don't want to say because I don't want people to take it as advice. And then the person asking the questions is trying to say, well, you're in charge of CDC and stuff like that, so you should only be given good advice. So again, it's the media trying to spin this to make him look incompetent. Democrats, right, they're all hand in hand here trying to make RFK Jr. look bad. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you all going to think about Google text, scam text analysis that's coming up, as well as this Democrat representative sleeping at work. Must be hard working 5 days a week. Russell, is Debbie Dingell related to Dirk Diggler? I have no idea. I have no idea. Sounds like a family from the trailer park. Snooks, or no, not Snooks. Josh 1776. Did you see her excuse? She said she was up for 31 hours. Doing what? Doing what? Doing nasty stuff. Doing gay things. You know it. Guess I was jacked for almost 80,000 on 3 Chase accounts. It's a pain fixing it. They wouldn't give me the scammer's address. Yeah, I guess it's so stupid. You get hurt by cyber criminals, and then it's just there's no help out there. There's nothing that anybody's gonna do. Sometimes you can get your money back, but that's about it. The people who did it to you, hardly anything ever happens to them. Judge 1776. It's not even a 5-day week. They take half the year off and vacation the other half of the time while they're working. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Russell, only sell dick pics to scammers. That's who deserves it the most. Cyberpunk, I'm calling fake news on the militia weather group. Nowhere has anyone ever blamed those radar domes. Yeah, Cyberpunk, I was kind of thinking the same thing. I've never heard anybody blame those weather domes. I've heard of HARP being blamed as well as other science projects that have gone on. What I really wonder is I wonder if it's news to kind of misdirect you. So they blame this secret weather-hating anti-government militia that is a big secret group that no one's ever heard of, and they're saying, oh, these wackos believe this crazy stuff, and they kind of misdirect the story, and now everybody that hears this will associate this story with anybody else talking about weather control, whether they're talking about HARP or anything else, and so they'll say, oh, you're one of these anti-government militia groups because you believe in this. So I wonder if it's a misdirection, because I think everybody's heard of HARP. Nobody's heard about these little weather dome things controlling the weather, so I don't know. What's up, Nana? Happy freedom to you. Jeffro, in other words, invading privacy rights like usual. Yep, that's what they do. Make sure you hooligans get those likes up. What's up, Reaction? Happy freedom to you. Done. AI blurring nudes will be default for children accounts and be an option for adults. Both incoming and outgoing. The Google messaging app already does scam protection for me. Yeah. I get something weird about business calls. If businesses call me, like companies and stuff, a lot of times I won't even receive the call. I'll just get a message if they leave a message, but otherwise it won't even tell me that they call. Sometimes I gotta have companies Okay, are we back? I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know what happened. My internet just died for a second. If that happens again, we'll have to reset some stuff. I don't know why that happened, though. Either way, like I was saying, if I'm live on YouTube, they sit here and watch every little thing I say. And if I say company names like MetaMask, I will start getting emails